Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are starting our kind of, I guess, budgeting slash finances slash whatever else you want to call it series. Not really a series, but I've gotten a lot of questions asking how I go about and kind of plan for each month. This is something that is very, very new to me. So if this is not the way you do it or you don't find it useful, I apologize. This has been really helpful for me to kind of take the steps in not only paying back some debt that we've acquired, but just knowing how much extra funds we have to kind of play around with. So I'm going to show you and take you on my journey of that. If it, again, is not what you think, then please feel free to skip this video or ask questions. I know I asked a lot of questions about finances. I follow a lot of people on TikTok and on YouTube, Instagram to get some kind of inspiration. And there is one particular TikToker, I think her name is Ash All About Money. I think that's what her name is. And she's been the one that I've kind of looked at as far as like credit card debt repayment, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to show you how I kind of plan for my month. So if you follow and watched a few videos ago, you would see that every month at the beginning of each month, I will go through and I create what we call our monthly bills. This is my currently page that I use this for, and I kind of break it down into each week. It was easier when my husband was getting paid weekly and I was getting paid every 2 weeks. It was just working out a little bit easier. So now I just kind of still do the same thing, but I just have to remember to myself that we only get paid on certain weeks, so I have to keep in mind that we need to have some payments roll over to the next week or some funds roll over to the next week. So what I do is I sit down, I do this. I also have a spreadsheet that I created myself. I'll show you what mine looks like. Again, if this is not something that you want to utilize, don't utilize it. But here is my monthly budget, and this is how I do it. So I've got my months along the top. I'll just circle what month it is. I've already done this for August. Essentially, I'll go through and I'll put in our incomes. So my husband's income, my income, any extra income that we have coming in, and then the total for that week. This is my starting point for each month, and this is where I go in and I put all of my expenses. I am thinking about changing this a little bit. However, right now, this is what's working. I will put down all of our expenses. So this includes all of our fixed and our variable. I do it by date. So for me, it's easier to just put down what date they are going to be coming out on rather than putting them into different sections like household, fixed, variable, groceries, that kind of stuff. I just want to know the date and how much I need, and then that way I am good. I also have a section for savings. I have a section for savings funds. I have a section for my debt, and then I have a summary of our income. So our total income, total expenses, total savings, sinking funds, total debt, and anything remaining. So I categorize all of these together, and then I subtract it from our budget, which leaves me with what is left over for us for the month for any miscellaneous issues. Okay, so that is what I use, and that's how I start. So what I've done then is I go through, I want to show you this, but I don't want to show you the income or anything like that. So I'm going to try my best to maybe, yeah. Okay. So essentially what I've done is I just go through and I put down everything that we have. So our mortgage, property taxes, boat payments, internet, our Netflix, literally everything that comes out. We have since kind of knocked off a couple of our subscriptions. So I no longer have a gym membership, and I have canceled my Adobe, and that's basically left us with this. Now I will have one more gym membership come out this month in August, but I'm gonna not put this on here because I have that money left over. Okay, so essentially what I do is I've just taken everything. Here's our expenses, here's our other bills, groceries and fuel. On the other side, I'll go in and I'll put in all my information as far as amounts. Okay, so now the next thing I will do, I have this already done, but I'm going to go through and show you exactly how I do it. So now that I know what I've got coming out, I'm then going to go and I'm kind of going to just go beside. Now our property taxes and our mortgage and our boat payment, that's every week. So that is weekly, So I know I have to put that on every Friday. Now our Netflix account, that comes out on the 8th of each month. Okay. So I also, off camera, I have my banking pulled up. So it essentially just shows me everything that's coming out. I forgot my mouse upstairs, but that's fine. So now I'm just going to go through and I go and write down everything that comes out as far as our bills and that kind of thing. Now the only thing that changes each month is like our gas, our water, our heat, that kind of thing. They go out on different days. So those I do look at my statement, and then my Spotify comes out normally on the 11th, I thought, but I don't see it here right now. Okay, my Audible comes out on the 18th of every month. Our internet comes out on the 11th of every month. Our phone bills are due on the 18th of each month. So this is all I'm really doing. I'm just going through my online banking and just making sure that everything is coming out on the same day. Okay, sorry about that. I was eating a freezy outside and it decided to drip over here, so now I have to, my page is ruined, so that's okay. I'm going to keep it off camera, but essentially what I was doing is, like we saw, I was just going through, writing down all of our information and the dates that it comes out, so that now what I can do is I can go in here and I can write down all that information. So I normally do this in red because for myself, it's easier for me to kind of keep track of everything. Again, because I'm left-handed, guys, I'm gonna have to like turn it a little bit so that I can write properly. So hopefully that still stays in frame. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that should be okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, again, first things first, I'm gonna actually go in with green. And again, I'm very much a color person, so if it needs to be green, that's what it's going to show up as. If it's good, it's green. If it's red, it's usually bad. So, okay. So I'm going to use my beautiful new highlighting dual tip markers. These are from, I can't remember the store, Mujo? I think it is in Toronto. So I'm going to go in. We get paid 3 times this month. And I get paid on Friday, my husband gets paid on Thursday. So what I'm going to do is just put a little P on these dates so that I know also what I can use for which dates. Okay? Then we're going to start and go in with the bills we know for sure that are going to be coming out. So every Friday and every Friday, we've got 2 bills that come out. So we have our mortgage and our boat payment. So that is going to be every, whoops, I did that wrong, but mortgage and boat. So we're actually going to get an extra day this month of payments. Okay, so we're going to do 5 payments instead of 4 on both of those things for this month. On the 8th, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to write Netflix. Okay, again, I'm not going to put the gym membership in because I know that that's already taken care of outside of there. On the 11th, I know that my internet needs to be paid. I usually pay this before because, of course, it's on a Sunday. I want it to make sure that we get it for the right day. Okay, we've got our Audible that comes out on the 18th. This one I am not sure if I'm going to keep or not. I really do love it, but we'll see. And I believe our phone bills are actually due on that day as well. Okay. We have, I'm going to actually look for this because I didn't see it anywhere. And it is, actually, I guess I could just look for, so on the 17th. So we have a line of credit and our loan interest comes out on that day. This is the one we're hoping to have paid off soon because actually it's better than our card. So we're gonna leave that one till last, but we're hoping to have everything paid off soon. Okay, then we have our Spotify. So I'm gonna look and see what date that comes out. Okay, now I already know these, but again, I'm just kind of showing you what we do. I'll show you that on June, I can show you what it looks like for June. So here I've got all of, you can see everything is all put in, and that's kind of how we work things. Okay, we also have Spotify that comes out on the 11th. I missed that one. And our life insurance and our auto insurance, that always comes on the 28th of the month. So I just put insurance down because it's basically everything that comes out. Okay, now the last part is you have to go in and you have to see when your other expenses are due. So for instance, our water bill, our gas, our energy, that kind of thing, I always want to make sure that I'm looking to see when those statement dates are. Okay, so you can easily log into your account and you can go through and you can see what you have, what's coming up, all that kind of stuff. So all I do is I usually just go down into my bank. I'll pull my credit information and just say, for instance, that they are due on the 5th of the month. So my credit card's due on the 5th of the month. So essentially that is all of our expenses that I know we are going to have throughout the month. Again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure that I put in the rest of them so that I have it on here on display, and then each week I can go in and say, okay, so for this week I have mortgage, boat, I've got the gym, I've got a credit card, and I've got Netflix. So that's going to take me all the way till the 8th. So that means to me that this payment here on the Friday is going to take me through all of these bills until I get paid for the next day. So this paycheck here on the 1st and the 2nd has to take me through all of these bills until the 15th. So that will include mortgage and boat for 2 weeks, my Netflix account, my RBC MasterCard, my internet, and my Spotify. So I know that I have to allot my payments for all of these 2 weeks for all of these, plus obviously groceries and that type of thing. Then when we get paid again, I'm going to say that anything from the 15th until the 28th, I guess you can say, is going to be needed for that paycheck. So again, mortgage, the loan interest, Audible, phone bills, mortgage and boat again, and then it's actually going to be our insurance that's going to need to be there as well. On the 29th and 30th, we will still have that mortgage and boat, but anything left over from that at the end of the month, we kind of carry. And this is where we go in and we put in our savings, our sinking funds. We put whatever we can to debt, and then we just do our summary below. Okay, so that's essentially how I set up for success for my bills. Again, I don't know if that's something that you guys do. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you have any other questions about it, of course you can always reach out to me. And yeah, this has really just helped me kind of figure out bills, figure out money. It's hard adulting sometimes, so having everything right in front of me is really going to help me out, you guys. And I hope it helps you guys out too. Anyways, that is it for me for this video, I guess. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in our next video, guys. Bye.